Hey everybody, and welcome to another review here on my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a brick build set I picked up on Temu called Link and the Princess. This set comes with 393 pieces and is recommended for ages 6 and up. Before we get into the actual build, I did want to highlight the instruction manual for this set, which is very similar to something you'd find in a Lego set. This is my first time ordering something from Temu, so I wasn't expecting the instruction manuals to be what they are. Another thing that I found rather surprising is that this set actually came with numbered bags to make the build process a little bit smoother and easier. And overall, it was a relatively nice surprise. I was expecting a single sheet of paper with messy looking instructions. The first of the two builds we're going to be looking at is what they are calling the Princess. Obviously, this is heavily inspired by Zelda from the Legend of Zelda video games. And the overall look and design of this build is also heavily inspired by the brickheads made by Lego. And overall, I think this is a relatively solid build that has a lot of variety and color in the torso that wraps all the way around the build. Another thing that I really appreciate is all of the different pieces that they use to get the texture and shape of the hair overall. And while this is a relatively solid looking build, I am a little disappointed that this build doesn't come with some kind of accessory for the princess. I do think it would have been a rather nice inclusion for there to be something included with this build. But as we make our way back to the front of the princess, you can see that they also use some cheese slope pieces to give the effect of the elf ears, which is a really nice touch. I also like the overall look and design for the face of this build. I think it does a really good job capturing the overall look and feel of a Lego brickhead. Here's a top-down perspective of the build, again just to show off the different pieces they use to get the texture in the hair, as well as just to give you another look at this pretty decent knockoff Lego build. And the next build we're going to be taking a look at is Link, which is my personal favorite out of the two builds that come in this set. I find this build to have a lot more detail overall, and he also comes with a couple of accessories that just add to the overall look and charm of the build itself. At the front of the build you can see a brick built strap that wraps all the way around the figure, as well as a printed shield piece. You can also see a very simple brick built Sheikah Slate on the side of Link here, which I think is a really good touch. There is also a small blue circle under the ear of Link meant to represent an earring, and as you can see there's a lot of pieces that are used to make the detail of the overall shape of the hair. And as we make our way around to the back of Link here, you can also see a brick built sword sheath on the back here. And while this isn't an officially licensed product made by Lego, I do like the overall look and design of this build personally. And I'd be very curious to see how Lego would tackle official Legend of Zelda brickheads in the future if they ever decide to make them. But if you're enjoying the video so far, maybe consider giving the video a like and subscribe to my channel for future brick built content and reviews. And just like with the princess, I do like the overall look and design of this build, and I think they did a pretty good job capturing the important characteristics of Link. Here's a top-down perspective of Link again just to show off the detail in the hair and give you another good look at the build. Like I mentioned earlier, the design of Link's shield is actually a print and not a sticker. And again, with this being a set I purchased from Temu, I wasn't expecting there to be any printed pieces. And here's a look at the sword that comes with Link, which is relatively simple in design, but I think it is effective for what it's trying to represent and be. And lastly, here's a quick look at the very simple design of the Sheikah Slate that comes in this set that can be attached to Link thanks to the use of a clip found on his hip. I also thought it'd be worth showing off these two builds next to official Lego brickheads. And while I do think that these two builds fit right in, it is unfortunate that they don't come with any black bases to really complete the overall look. Luckily, the pieces used to make a brickhead base are relatively common, and it shouldn't be too hard for you to find these pieces and make one yourself. Like I said at the start of this video, I picked up this set on Temu for I think $15. And honestly, I don't regret that purchase. I do like the overall look and design of these two figures. And while these aren't official Lego products, again, I would be very curious to see how Lego would tackle official Legend of Zelda brickheads. And I do think that these make a relatively good alternative if Lego never decides to make them. Thank you so much for watching my review, and be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for future brick built reviews.